schooling, with nothing to do, with no reading, with no skills, Brian is now on the road. And he's on the road as a terror. He has a gang. He wants money. He wants the things that money can buy. He has no skill to go and get a job. He doesn't even think that a job is necessary anymore, because he thinks now that the shops owe him a living. The person who's walking on the road with a handbag owes him a living. He's going to steal. He's going to do all the things that it's necessary to keep himself and his gang in having the necessities of life. In time, Brian couldn't stay at home either, because he exhausted the family, and it was just not a healthy atmosphere for the younger children. So he's now out of home. He's out of school. Long now, he's out of home. He's out of a job. He has no skills. He can't, there's no way he's going to get clothing or food or shelter, all the things that are necessary for life, unless he becomes the terror he's now becoming in the community. Brian's mother had to move from her home because Brian had taken to stealing from her friends. He knew the people around, and he started to get into their homes and so on, and this became really awkward for the family. So they packed up, and a community they'd lived in for quite a while, they moved quite a distance away, so as to restart their lives. Brian, however, did not move from the community. He stayed in the community, although he kept going to where his parents were to see if he could get something from them. They decided that it was enough. He still stayed in the community, and he began to rob in the community. His robbery, his aggressiveness, the fights, the noise, whatever, brought the police more on him, brought the law on him. He did some time in prison, he came out harder than he went in. And now, of course, he had a family because he had the gang members. This was now his family, and he needed to support them. And they supported him as well because they stole. They gave him a build-up for his ego, and so he kept on going. It wasn't long, of course, before his problems led him into a situation where he had to use a knife. In using the knife, there was someone else with a gun who shot him, and he was killed. There was a great joy, in a sense, within the community. Brian was gone, therefore his gang was gone, therefore people began to feel good again. But you know, Brian left a legacy. He left the children and young people whom he had converted to his way of living. He left those people who were in the crack houses, who had become accustomed to that way of life. He left neighborhoods damaged, people who stayed in their homes. They didn't go out, older people especially, they didn't go out. They looked outside and this thing was running up and down, the screaming, the carrying on the street. They didn't go out, they were afraid. So, although Brian was gone, and the payments that Brian extracted from the community should have been gone, it actually wasn't. He had converted so many that now the community was paying even a dearer price than they had paid before. Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Brian said, well, I can't read, I can't do a job, I don't have any skill. What do you expect me to do? You expect me to do exactly what I'm doing. And because you expect it and you're getting it, then you shouldn't feel bad about it. Because if I have no skills, I can't provide for myself. You, the community, then must provide for me. And the only way you're going to provide for me is if I rob you, is if I murder, if I commit acts of aggression. When I commit acts of aggression, there's people all over me. I get noticed. People are wanting, I'm in court, I'm in this, I'm in that. But nobody's saying to me, all right, do you want to learn to read? Do you want me to teach you how to read? Nobody wants that. Everybody wants me far and further away. But I've left a lot of converts. I hope you're happy. If you wanted me out of poverty, if you wanted me to be a citizen of the community, that is a responsible citizen of the community, then you would have allowed me to, or you'd have taught me some skills, you'd have taught me to read, and you'd have taught me to read before I reached grade 1. You'd have taught me to read before I was 7 years old. Because if I had read before I was 7 years old, the flu wouldn't have affected me at all. I couldn't read. So everything went down the tube for me. Everything went down the drain. And I am exactly what you made me. So I am leaving my converts, I'm leaving my children to you. Try and see if you can make them better than you made me.